Okay, we're going to discuss cluster B personality disorders. And again, we're going to mention that our goal here is not to, God forbid, insult anyone. Our goal is to help people. And here we go. So, cluster B personality disorders, also known as the wild one. The wild includes wild behavior. And we're going to discuss each one individually. And it conveniently takes place at the beach to help us remember that we're talking about cluster B. Cluster B personality disorder. Cluster B personality disorder. Here we go. Let's talk about each one individually. So we have antisocial, borderline, histrionic, and narcissistic. Let's start with antisocial. Okay, so here we have antisocial, represented by the ant with a tie. Ant tie for antisocial. There's an ant here wearing a tie, this green tie. So antisocial, so you see what he's doing is he has this tie, and it's going in another ant's food, and he has he's going in his food, and he has complete disregard for it. Complete disregard for it. Because antisocial personality disorder is described as disregard for the rights of others with lack of remorse. He doesn't even care that he's doing it. It involves criminality. That's why he has this bomb in the back of him, because he's involved in criminality. Impulsivity, hostility, and manipulation. Okay, usually is males, and it has, just to point out, it must be older than 18 with evidence of conduct disorder onset before age of 18 for it to be antisocial. But if the diagnosis is under 18, then it's going to be conduct disorder. Okay, but antisocial is going to be when it's older than 18. Now let's go to borderline personality disorder. So here is represented by this guy who's got a bordered line down his body. Remember a borderline personality disorder? And you see the main thing you see here is you see him stepping on a stool, but it's unstable, right? It's not balancing so well. He's not balancing so well because borderline personality disorder, it's mainly described by unstable mood and interpersonal relationships. So unstable interpersonal relationships. So you see this unstable stool for unstable mood. Fear of abandonment, impulsivity, self-mutilation, suicidal. You see, actually, if you look closely, he has these red marks on his arm to help us remember. Suicidal, right? He's suicidal. You see by his hand, he's cut himself in the past. And splitting is a major defense mechanism. Splitting. Okay, so that's why you have the lines splitting down his body to help us remember splitting. Well, perhaps happens to be that it's more common amongst females. Okay, so in our scene we have it in males because, it also happens in males. Now let's go on to histrionic, my favorite, histrionic, at least in the scene. So histrionic is described by attention-seeking, and dramatic speech and emotional expression. And that's what we see here. You see this history book for histrionic, history book trying to get attention. They're sexually provocative, and they may use physical appearance to draw attention. So this is known as the flamboyant type. Let's go to narcissistic. Narcissistic, represented by the NR sisters. Right here, the NR sisters. They're sisters, and they're narcissistic. What does that mean? It means that they think they're better than the rest of the alphabet. N and R think that they're better than ABC, right? Because narcissistic is represented by sense of entitlement, grandiosity, they lack empathy and require excessive admiration. They often demand the best and react to criticism with anger and defensiveness, and they have a fragile self-esteem. Okay, here I don't know if you could see they have a fragile self-esteem, but take my word for it, these NR sisters have a fragile self-esteem, and they're often envious of others. So even though they have this sense of entitlement and grandiosity, they actually are envious of the ABCs. Okay, so that's our scene on cluster B personality disorders, also known as the wild type. And today takes a place at the beach to help us remember that we're talking about cluster B personality disorders. Okay, thanks for watching.